Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Tom Worth Jr. And there seems to be a general misunderstanding in the country, I think, over what took place Tuesday night. And I'll put it like this. When you're in second grade or whatever, and you learn that, kindergarten, whatever it is, you learn that 3 times 5 is 15, and the class takes a test, and 51% of them say that 3 times 5 equals 20. The answer is wrong. You got it wrong. The teacher doesn't just say, okay, 51% of you got the wrong answer, therefore it is now 3 times 5 equals the wrong answer. It's not how it works. I'm sorry, America got it wrong. And that is that's not changing here. Just because more people voted for Donald Trump does not in any way make that the right choice. And I know I said that Democrats have to find a way to get their case across better. That is true, but that doesn't mean it's the wrong case that they're trying to make. Like, just because 51% or whatever it is, 52%, 53%, I don't know, 50.5%. I don't know what the numbers are going to shake out to be. I don't think every vote's been counted yet. But he got more of the vote. But that doesn't make these people right. It means that they still don't understand what's going on. Like, I see some pretty upset people. Someone I know pretty close to, her first reaction, it's not my wife, but her first reaction was that it's just so disheartening that America hates women. And I don't think that's the case. More than half of America is okay with the guy who hates women, or America is all racist. I don't think that's true. 51% of America is okay with the guy that is a white supremacist. That is not okay. It's not. And I get comments in my comment section still, I told you so, or you were wrong. Yeah, obviously I was wrong. She lost the election. I was wrong about some key things. I was wrong about the overturning of Roe v. Wade. I guess America, kind of got it out of their system with the 2022 surprise in the midterms, where the Democrats had a lot more support than were expected. But 2 years, but it was fresh on their minds because it had just happened, I think, in June 2022, and then the midterms were 4 or 5 months later. It was fresh on their minds, and as much as Kamala Harris was kind of a single issue campaign here with women's reproductive health, most of America, that's not the most important thing to them, as we found out. I thought it was based on the 2022 midterms, but I was wrong. And the entire billions of dollars spent on her election effort were also wrong to focus on that. I'm not blaming anyone. You get it wrong sometimes, and they got it wrong. I got it wrong. It doesn't mean that Donald Trump should be president. I'm sorry, it doesn't. He is the worst president in the history of the United States. He remains the only one in our history to try to overthrow the government. He remains the only one in our history to ever not accept the results of the democratic process. He's the only president in the history of this country, going on 250 years now, to have ever done that. And had he lost Tuesday night, he would be doing it again. There would be rioting. There would be people killed. I don't know if it's 1 or 2 people or 100 or 200 people. I don't know. But it would be happening now. It's not happening with the Democrats. We have a process. And sometimes the outcome of this process really sucks. On the other hand, we don't need to focus on the next 4 years. We need to focus on the next 2 years. Because we can remove a sizable chunk of his power just 2 years from now in the midterms. We can get the Senate, we can get the House. A lot of damage will be done between now and then. This is the way it goes. That's the nature of our system. But if anyone in any way thinks that America got this election right, or that they're proven right by Donald Trump being elected president, you're sorry, you got it wrong. It just means way more people in this country have their priorities wrong than I suspected, or are more misinformed, or whatever it is. I see a very small smattering of people who are, if Kamala Harris, I fully expected her to win. If she would have won, I'm not bringing it up to Trumpers. I'm just not. I'm respecting that they're devastated and they feel like they've lost their country, and I'm not even going to bring it up. I'm not going to extend an olive branch. I'm not going to rub it in their face. I'm just not even bringing it up. It's not my place to bring up. It's their place to bring up if they want. I have had people trying, some people, very, very small people, trying to be rational about it, like, well, the economy really does matter. No, you just don't understand the economy. Yes, of course it matters, but inflation is under control and he is going to ramp it up again. That is, when you tell me this lets me know you don't have an understanding of economic policy in this country. That's all that tells me. That you are uninformed and you don't understand how it works. I do. Economists do. That's why they're universally against his plan and universally for Kamala Harris's plans. Bankers, economists, they were all for her plan because it's better. The other thing is, I got something from a guy the night of the election. It's pretty late. We knew who was going to win. Hadn't been called yet. There's several states outstanding, but we knew the writing was on the wall. It's a guy I hadn't heard from in months. It's not someone I really associate with often, and I didn't tell people about this channel that are over here in Arlington. I know that for all I know, they're all Trumpers, and it doesn't matter what they think or what I think. I'm not bringing my political views to them. They sometimes bring their political views to me, and in that case, I do engage some, but I'm not bringing it up. There's no point to bring it up. But this guy is one of the guys that just went off the deep end. He used to be a guy that I was friends with. He was interested in things I was interested in, very intellectually curious. Someone I felt like I had things in common with, but I think it started more during COVID. That's when I started thinking, this isn't not the guy I thought I knew, and then it just got worse and worse. So again, I don't hear from this guy for months. And I get a text from him late at night, the election night, and I didn't respond to it. He is the kind of guy that will gloat, which is always a huge turnoff for me. But again, I fight through that because I don't see him that often. But it says, hey, heard you know what's going on with the election. But again, I've never discussed this election with him. We certainly haven't talked since Kamala Harris was a nominee. I don't even know when I saw the guy last. So somehow he got wind of the channel, I guess. I don't know. Never heard from him. Hey, heard you know what's going on with the election. Who's winning? So that kind of person you don't need in your life. The kind of person that does that you're not a decent human being when you're doing that. And that's what most of the comments are from Trumpers. And I have maybe one respectful comment about, respectfully, you got it wrong. But that's it. But that's Trumpers. That's why I hate that they're in control now, at least for the next 2 years, and really for the next 4 years with the Oval Office. I don't need those people in my life, and they're not going to be in my life. It's just annoying that Donald Trump did that to this country. This was a guy who I pride myself on finding things out and being curious about things, especially tech and stuff. This was a guy who would know about things I didn't know about sometimes, and I respected that. But it's all gone now. His brain is shot, I guess. I don't know. The guy that would do this, it's not the guy I was friends with. And if I came across a guy like that now, I wouldn't be friends with them. That's just a person I'm never going to associate with. It's not the guy I knew. So I shouldn't have to remain in a relationship with this person, having a relationship. It's not the guy I became friends with. So why should I have to stay friends with him as if he's now not this other person? It's coming across very personal, and I know it is, because it is in my mind. There is space to heal, but there's also space to say, you know what, this is a time to cut people out of your life that aren't looking to heal. This is to cut people out of your life that when you look back and say, you know, if I knew this about this person in the first place, would I have ever associated with them? And if that answer is no, why would you keep associating with them? I don't know. I think it's different. It is different with family. With my parents, I was genuinely happy for them that their person won. And just setting aside that it is Donald Trump, the fascist, the all that stuff, was happy for my parents that their life wasn't miserable anymore, because it was a pretty miserable existence in many ways, because that's what they did to themselves with what they watched. They made themselves miserable with that stuff. And it doesn't help that the Cowboys are having the year they're having, because that's another great passion of their life. But I am genuinely happy that they're not going to be upset about this anymore. And if when Biden won in 2020, and now if Harris would have won now, I'm sure they're thinking it's stolen. I have heard that's not right. You know, they're not wasting my time with a lot of that, because they know I don't believe any of that crap. I don't believe this was stolen for him. I just think it's more basic than that. I think it's that people are uninformed, or that they're okay with it. Neither of which are okay with me. But that's where we're at right now. And just wanted to get that off my chest today on this lovely Saturday afternoon. As my Longhorns are just annihilating the Florida Gators. Want to get a quick one out there that I'm not okay with this, and I realized my video a few days ago may have given the impression that I'm just getting on with my life. No, there's a lot wrong with all of this, and there's going to be, but I'm not giving up. I'm not crying. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm just, I'm thinking, what are we going to do? How are we going to keep this from ever happening again? I don't know. I don't have any answers yet. I might come up with some. But that's where I'm at right now. Hopefully everyone is in a good place on this Saturday. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be sad. Shattered, devastated, whatever you want to be. It's okay to be moving on with your life right now. Whatever you want to be is okay. And this is what I am today. And we'll talk later, and have a good weekend.